Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Okay, brand new look. Okay, I got a brand new camera. Everything is nice and sharp now. Got rid of the old cam, and I got rid of the microphone. And so I got a Logic C920 camera setup over here. So it's a camera and voice recorder at the same time. So um, there's still from Studio A from the bedroom. The other studio, Studio B, is still under construction. That's the one that's gonna have the shelves, and I'm gonna be showing a lot of things with that. But anyway, you know, Lego, ViewMaster, a lot of old collectibles. Okay, just to give you an idea. This is gonna be a kind of a rush up because I got another deadline, but it's the first weekend in March. It's gonna play the second week in March on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. That is the new studios on 38th Street that you're looking at. I'm going to be doing this format for this show. Um, it gives me a picture that I can show you articles and pictures, and hopefully I'll be able to put up some videos. Now, something landed on my lap. So this is what I'm telling you. Manhattan Neighborhood Network, the original mothership, is going to be Studio C. That's going to be this green screen. Now, the only reason I never really caught up with this is because I don't know if I was going to continue. I don't know if I was going to get renewed. Um, and I didn't know what format I was going to be at. Um, so what happened was that because the new studios don't only got one green screen, okay, and then I found out it's going to be really booked. So hopefully we can get there maybe once a month. The show's twice. So what's going to happen is this little format you see here. This is going to be the weekly on YouTube. Right now I'm taping for the mothership. It says I'm having performance issues. No, okay. Just, I got a little warning, so I got to keep on recording. It's still recording? Yes, still recording. Okay. Actually, I did some testing. This is the first time I'm actually doing like a half-hour show for the mothership. Anyway, but what's going to happen is now, like in the old days, as far as union, somebody does the soundboard, somebody does the monitoring, somebody does the editing, somebody does the credits, and somebody does the green screen. That's done by the engineers Manhattan Neighborhood Network. I don't know if we're lucky to get there once a month, and I'm probably going to be doing specials away from this. So this is going to be Studio A and Studio B, and bedroom and living room. I'm going to go back and forth. So that's how this brand new format is going to be. That's going to be the actual presentation. And I had to learn all this stuff because in the studio, if you join the union, I work as a background actor, but if you join the union, there's an engineer. There's somebody with the soundboard. There's somebody with the lighting, somebody with the green screen. It's all unionized. I cannot go over there and touch anything. I got to sit down. Hello, welcome to the show. And other people are doing it because of the union rules. This is home, so now I got to do everything. So I'm kind of relearning everything the way I started, like 30 years ago. So don't mind me if I'm looking here and looking down there. I'm just looking at there's a little thing going saying, hey, got an issue. Anyway, let's keep on with the show. So this is the format. That's a 38th Street studio. What am I looking? I'm pointing here. Yeah. Okay. I'm trying to get used to this here. Okay. So let's do box office, shall we? Okay. Let's see if this works. But no, you're not looking at a theater of Ant-Man 3. Um, that is Avatar. Opening weekend. Actually, this is a Monday. That's my friend Jimmy, a best friend of 40 years. We met in junior high school, uh, uh, and we got to know each other through Elton John music back in junior high school. Anyway, so Thursday night preview, it was sold out. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because of 3D, it was sold out. And so he was on Christmas vacation. I was not working that day. So let's just walk in Monday, and hopefully we can put up with the crowds. Monday afternoon. So you have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the fifth day opening. There was nobody in the theater. Finally, maybe about 9, 10 people showed up, and the screen went down, and we saw the movie. This was kind of scary. The last time we talked, in the U.S., Avatar made broke the top 10, but it did not beat Maverick. Maverick, I think, is like number 5 or 6 for the year of 2022. And but worldwide, It beat Titanic, and it's number 3 all-time box office. And I swear to God, after we sold this screening, and there was hardly anybody in the theater, we're going, hopefully this breaks the top 10. Who would know by looking at this picture, Avatar would hit top 5 of all time. So he got 1, 3, and 4 in the top 5 pictures for James Cameron. And he's also a 3-time Academy Award winner. Can't beat that. Now, I'm going to be talking about this little section here because I want to show you some other photos I got. We had the glasses and the ticket because I want to show you the actual ticket stuff that we had. And of course, we had the little button. Do I have the little button here? No, I misplaced it somewhere. I wasn't prepared. Oh no, I got, yeah. I showed this button before. This was picked this up at the theater, $3. Anyway, but I'm going to be going more into that, and probably when the Blu-ray 4K special edition comes out, we don't know what kind of cut we're going to get. Don't forget, if the picture is actually cut in 3.5 hours, it cut a half hour out. After cutting another half hour out for a 4-hour version, so we don't know what we get. And number 3, everybody's saying it's going to be like a 9-hour cut, which is nuts. So this is going to be a continuing conversation. Okay, that's enough for that. Okay, let's talk about the awards, shall we? Okay. I lost my place. Mandalorian. Yes. Box office. Okay. Let's go to awards. Yeah, I'm going to switch. You know what? Nobody really wants to talk about the awards, but one picture. That's in California. They got the Hollywood Critics Award. And that's right. This picture got 4 awards, including song, stuntman, direction, and best picture, best foreign picture. This did not get nominated for the Oscars, only for song. And this is one of my favorite movies of the year. This is going to be released at the end of March. I will own a copy. Well, I would just want to say this, like, right now you see a copy of Picard, right? This is from the library. I am a Star Trek fan. Love sci-fi. And would I buy this? No, I got this from the library. Just to go behind the scenes and trying to find out what the hell happened, what went wrong. Well, we know what went wrong. Who the guys in charge? Kussman and the other guy. Akiva Goldsman. I'm looking at the back of the credits. Mine went blank there. But anyway. Real quick, I'll be going back to the awards because, no, don't shrink on me. See, I'm still testing this out. SAG Awards, everything and everywhere, is swept everything. I'm going to make a little separation box office, not box office, but award presentation. I'm going to do a little Oscar thing before the Oscars. That's going to be available on YouTube. So I'll be talking more about Avatar, more about RRR when it comes out in 4K, Blu-ray, whatever format. Right now it's playing on Netflix though. If you got Netflix, check out that 3-hour film, but man, pacing goes great. And I'll be talking about Oscars. My prediction is I want everything, everywhere to win all the awards. Simple as that. I'll come back to that later if we got time. Let's go box office. Okay, I got some reviews here. I got squish in because I'm not wearing my glasses. Anyway, let's go backwards, okay? Creed 3. No, thank you. I didn't want to go. Somebody got me a free pass. I decided, Frank, we want your opinion on the third act. There's a CG effect. They're fighting, and all of a sudden, the crowd disappear. They sit in both corners, and they're looking at each other. There's no dialogue. They're looking at each other, and all of a sudden, there's a whole CG effect. You see Jonathan Majors, and you see like a jail cell behind him. That has to do with the plot. They were childhood friends, and then Jonathan Majors, he went into jail. He suffered a lot of years there. And he comes out, he's all bitter because he said Creed being a boxer when he should have been boxing. And that's why they have a big fight at the end, no match. I don't want to see the movie because Stallone has nothing to do with it. And I was really ticked off. But, I was like, listen, you're the guy into video and special effects and everything like that. What happened with that? Well, Michael B. Jordan, he took a chance on directing the scene. He directed the whole movie. He did a good job. The actors are good. The movie is good. It's a 3 out of 5. I'm not into this whole Creed thing. Sorry. But the picture's okay. If you get a chance, you want to see it, you're curious, wait to streaming. Here's my review. Cinema or streaming. That's my review. And you know, 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3 out of 5, streaming. 4 out of 5, theater. 5 out of 5, theater and streaming, and get the Blu-ray 4K. And that's RRR and Avatar. Anyway, so people said it took you out of that experience. It didn't bother me. I knew what he was trying to do. He was trying to do a flashback and why there's anger between them. And so the audience disappear. Okay, that the spotlights focus on both of them, and they're just grunting. Personally, I don't think the scene was necessary, but it doesn't take you out of the movie. A lot of people, oh, it was so disoriented and hyper reality, and no, 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 no. You just made a bad choice. I didn't. It wasn't necessary, but it doesn't hurt the film. So that's my opinion on that little segment of the film. The film is like, what pissed me off. Stallone doesn't get any credit. Supposedly he gets some kind of producer credit. What really annoyed me is at the end, Michael B. Jordan, of course, he's the good guy. He wins the fight. Cliche. Spoiler. Duh. They played the Rocky theme. I'm going, what the fuck, man? That was such a slap in their face. That hurt. Uh, I said before, Stallone, Paramount, Tulsa King. 5 out of 5. Crash over your friend's house. Later on, I'm going over to my friend Jimmy's. He's got Netflix. He hasn't seen a Maverick, so it's gonna be a good night. We're gonna see. He hasn't seen Top Gun Maverick. I've seen that film about 4 times now. What I do is, if somebody hasn't seen it, hey, want to see the film? That's how much I like. Way of Water, I know a lot of people did not see it. I'm going to be crashing people's house and going, hey, I got the DVD. Let's watch a film. Okay, next. Creed. So 3 out of 5. Wait to streaming. Okay. Ant-Man. Second weekend. Box office. Well, it beat Cocaine Bear. You don't beat a bear on cocaine with $10 million. It lost almost 70% of its box office the second weekend. And Cocaine Bear was right up there, right behind Ant-Man 3, at the second spot, only behind by $10 million. Ant-Man should have been at least $50 million in the second weekend. Because of that scare, they push everything, the Avengers that has all the female cast, and everything else has been pushed back to the end of the year. Marvel is scared. That's a big conversation in itself. A lot of people are talking about it on YouTube. Feel free to go to YouTube. You'll find it. Everybody's talking about it. How Marvel's really screwing it up. They're depending on Guardians of the Galaxy. For my thing, well, what's that? No, let me show you right now. Galaxy, the second one really sucked. And this was the last thing for James Gunn for Marvel. So I don't know if his heart was in it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we know what happened with DC Wonder Woman. Same crew, same writing, same director, and it crashed and burned. Aquaman, same thing. It got bad reviews. It got bounced from last year to this Christmas. Good luck with that. One more thing, as far as Kang Dynasty, when that movie comes out, this show is going to be in a different field altogether. So I don't have to review that garbage. Kang, look. You don't beat Thanos. That's one hell of a character. That's one hell of a villain. Kang was just boring. I found the whole movie 2 out of 5 boring. Ant-Man 3 was boring. I went back and saw number 2 again, and believe it or not, that was fun. That was more fun the second time around seeing it. And there was nothing to the film. It was boring. When we went to see Avatar, there was two videos, 2 trailers. One of them was no, Fast Five. No, that was on Super Bowl. I'm sorry. They played Oppenheimer in 3D, which was awful. I don't know why they even bother with that. There's a picture called Big Man and Little Boy playing on YouTube with Paul Newman, John Cusack. That's the original film. It also stars with Star Trek. Barclay. Remember Barclay from The Next Generation? Lieutenant Barclay, the one with nervous fit and shakes and all that stuff. Um, well, he played Oppenheimer in the film. Fat Man and Little Boy. Dwight Schrute, the actor who played Barclay, was Dwight Schrute. He is Oppenheimer in the film from the late 70s. I forget. Fat Man and Little Boy is playing on YouTube, but in sections. But you get to see the film. Once you see that film, it should have been a History Channel. Should have been a documentary. Why Christopher Nolan is putting this in the summer and they're pushing this and it's going to change movies forever. You see the trailer, there's nothing there. It's going to be a boring friggin' movie. The other trailer was Ant-Man 3, and they had Elton John theme song playing. Go by Yellow Brick Road. I'm going, the song doesn't fit, and the CG looked horrible in 3D. And that's where he got his money from. All that money they made, oh, it made over 100 million. No, that was a cheat, 3D cheat. Now people say, well, Avatar had a cheat. It was 3D. Ah, but most of the planet does not have 3D. And so a lot of that cash, and it's still playing in a lot of other countries without the 3D. So there, okay. Um, so Cocaine Bear. It was a little disappointing, but I definitely recommend to see it on streaming. They said it's going to be released in well, that was last week, 17 days, so it should be on streaming by the end of the month. See it for fun. Yeah, it's a 2 for Tuesday. I gave it 3 out of 5. They could have been punching up a little bit more. What I'm glad about it was in the trailer, when the bear goes in an ambulance, that's just the start of things. You don't see the rest of the scene. Thank God they didn't put that in the trailer. And the reason I'm saying is because on Super Bowl they played Fast Five trailer. Excuse me, the Fast 10 trailer, and you find out it's attached to Fast Five. Where was Jason uh, throughout the whole number 5? They show Paul Walker, but they won't show Dwayne Johnson. You notice that? Yeah. Okay. So the Fast 10 is supposed to be attached to Fast 5, the most popular film of the whole franchise. When the film comes out, we'll talk more about it again. Okay. It'll be another YouTube presentation. Anyway, so they show the trailer over there on Super Bowl, and it's like, you gotta be kidding me. And what the trailer did see, and somebody told me who worked in the production, emailed me, guess what, Frank? You saw his cards all of a sudden in the tank and smashing other cars? Yeah, then it gets picked up by the helicopter? Those is the highlight of the film. And they put it in the trailer. Spoiler, that's the rumor that somebody sent me. It was like the big truck at Fast 9 when it goes, that was the highlight of the movie. They put stuck it in the trailer. So beware, okay? You got too many people in the film as far as I'm concerned. But at least they went back to the street racing angle. So we'll see what happens, okay? And of course, the other trailer that was shown at the Super Bowl was, oh God, Indiana Jones. Refitted, recut, redone, remastered, redone everything. Uh, there's no, what's her name? Phoebe, whatever, the actress. She's in it like from maybe 5, 10 minutes down. They really cut her role down. And supposedly, well, I'll be talking more about this because supposedly that's going to be Kathleen Kennedy's final thing going on. Jon Favreau has been making his rounds with Mandalorian, and he says they're going to connect all the dots now that Kathleen Kennedy is not going to be involved. Uh, Boba Fett season 2 supposedly, Ashoka, Mandalorian, and I forgot 2 other ones. I think Skeleton Crew. Um, so one more I forget, but hey, you hardcore fans know it's all over YouTube. Go find it. Anyway, so what I think about Mandalorian? Let's go there. Boom, Picard. Let's go to Mandalorian first. Okay, there's a songwriting. I got to get to that. There's a screenwriting technique. I forget what they call it. I just heard about it this morning on another YouTube channel. David Pullman, I believe his name is. He has a YouTube channel. I'm going to be saying, I'm going to be giving you guys heads up on some of the YouTube people that I follow. Okay, that's going to be another solo presentation. And he's been reviewing like Picard, and they said there's a technique that if something is not covered in the script and the fans are really pissed off, they stick it in the script as a nudge, nudge, wink, wink. And the Mandalorian people kind of complain after the big crocodile scene, alligator scene. At the beginning, he goes around asking. He goes back to the town And there goes the original Apollo Creed, being the new sheriff in town, and it's the little city he's at, and Mando is asking him, so what happened to this person and that person and that person, and at the end he goes up to was it the uh, Boca Khan? Yeah, Boca Khan, if I'm saying that right. And she said, well, my troop left. Thanks because you got the dark saber. So all that first episode, people saying it was kind of boring. It was just he was um, John Favreau was trying to catch up in the last season and keep up to par. So the first episode was kind of explaining, but it supposedly the rest of the season gets better. So I like what I saw. Am I going to be doing a episode per episode review? No, I'm going to get 2 episodes at a time. Same thing like with Picard. Let's go to Picard here. Let me see. I got to see my timing here. Okay, I got 5 minutes left. Okay. Picard, way better than the last two. Oh God, the last 2 seasons sucked. Discovery, goodbye. That's the end of that conversation. Back to Picard. What you call it? Yeah, the first 2 seasons, like I said, I got this. Now, I'm also a hardcore sci-fi fan. I said I'm a big Star Wars and a big Star Trek. I'm more into science fiction than comic books. Okay, just to let you know that. And this is an original Viewmaster. Yeah, one of the many collectibles. I don't know. Do you ever guys remember this? Yeah. a, a $1.50. That's how old this thing is. Shows you how old I am. But anyway, like I said, I'm a fan. I would see got this in the library, like I said, has over 2 hours, which I did, and I love behind the scenes. But would I buy it? No. This is 10 times better because what they did. Putting the stuff down over here, and what they did was a way better job, only because, like the guy who did Lower Decks, guy is a fan. He's a geek. He's a nerd. He's a fan. You can appreciate it all those years of Star Trek. And what he did was he did of lower decks. He included a lot of old trivia, a lot of Easter eggs, fan service. I'm into all that. People complain about some fan service. That's fun. And that's what Picard is doing, a lot of fan service, because the guy, Terry Matsala, I believe his name is, what he did was he put all the, I mean, he even included DS9 in this episode. In the third episode, the Changelings. Remember, I used to call him Gumby. Rene Elvichelle. Oh God, I can't believe I pronounced his name. I met him at one of the Star Trek conventions. Really nice guy. Why am I thinking Odo? I don't know. But he, I forget his name. Can you believe that? But anyway, he was on DS9. He played the Changeling. Okay, so they got the Changeling involved in Picard. So they got DS9. They're getting the whole crew back together. The only thing, my only complaint, where are the light bulbs? Why is everything so dark? Light up the bridge, for crying out loud. They got that from Discovery, making the dark bridge. Horrible. Put some light bulbs on, man. But anyway, as far as Discovery, 5 years. Don't let the door hit you on the way out. Bye. That's the end of that. Thank God. And then Star Trek Academy. And Alan Kurtzman is taking credit for that. Oh, I got a brand new idea. Star Trek, Starfleet Academy. No. Harv Bennett, the original producer of Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, Undiscovered Country. That Harv Bennett. That was his idea to bring that up after the original Star Trek and from the movies, Kirk, Spock, McCoy. Once that was over, rebooted kind of, or going back to the early years of the Academy, Starfleet Academy. Alex Kurtzman is supposedly is working on that. Nah, it doesn't work. Well, at least we don't get Michelle Yeoh, but that section also from the Next Generation, L35, 25, whatever. Those were the guys investigating Starfleet, which was introduced in Next Generation. Michelle Yeoh right now, she's the only Bond girl, the Bond women, but you know, it's always tradition. Bond girl who's been nominated for an Academy Award, and if she gets it, um, for well, let's put it this way: she'll be the only Bond girl ever to win Best Actress at the Oscars, but also they won't be able to fool her. Michelle, she go, oh, screw you, Star Trek. Don't forget, she was on Discovery, and they kept on postponing that, and her agents were really pissed off. They kept on stretching. Oh, we're getting to you. We're getting to you. We're going to develop the show. We're going to get to you. Blowing smoke under her ass, and she got fed up with that. The agents did, really. So now they can kiss that goodbye. An Academy Award winning actress, they blew that. Okay, Star Trek. Do you know that a Mandalorian is an Academy Award winner? Not Mando, the spinoff, Boba Fett. You remember 2 episodes of Boba Fett when it went to Mandalorian 2.0? Right. But there's a scene where Boba Fett is doing sign language. I'm going to get more to that. That's a little trivia I'm going to save for YouTube. It's going to be a 10, 15-minute thing when I review more of Mandalorian when there's more episodes, okay? And I'm going to give you a little trivia because I got pictures of all that. Little hint, he was at the Super Bowl doing sign language. Okay. Let me see what timing I got. Oh, that's it. I ran out of time. But I covered everything. Well, this is the format of the show, okay? YouTube is going to get, this is for the mothership. YouTube is going to get little segments, little 5-10 minute segments, and then you're going to see all the shows. What's the other thing that the land that I might lab I haven't mentioned? Does anybody know what Stable Diffusion is? Midjourney, Playground, Lessica, Gen 1? That's the hint. I'm saving it for the next show. That's what I'm working on. Anyway, everybody, thanks for tuning in. And whoop, where'd it go? Got to get a hang of this. Where did my original photo go? This is fun. I'm just swinging this thing around all over the place. Don't let an empty movie house suffer. Anyway, that's it, folks. Anyway, see you next time. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget, on YouTube, likes, subscribe, need the help. Take care.